I wanted to talk to you guys about finding your happy, healthy weight. So this is a live chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and leave a comment, and I will do my best to answer when I can. It's kind of funny looking at my comments because I was like, oh, we're going to do it at 2, and then I was just too antsy and wanted to do it. Okay. So I'm just going to get started. So this is a live chat, and it's going to be about finding your happy, healthy weight. If you have a question, feel free to leave it, and I'm going to try to answer it at the end. So to start, when I first started to get really into fitness and health, my happy, healthy weight I thought was 120 pounds. If you watch my videos now, you know that's not what it is. But that's what it was when I first started because I didn't know any better. I would look at these magazines and I would see that all these different celebrities weighed these ridiculously low amounts, even though they didn't look that skinny. So because the magazines were telling me that these women weighed 120, 115, 110 pounds, that was why I wanted to weigh that. I didn't really think about what my body wanted or my build. So a lot of you guys online and on my videos, you want to know how do I lose this much weight in this amount of time, and this is my goal. Can I achieve it in 5 months? And so really I wanted to do this video to kind of share with you guys my journey towards finding the weight that I feel the most comfortable at, the weight that my body is comfortable being at, and a weight that allows me to kind of indulge without being too strict. And if I do kind of, eat too much or something like that, my weight's not going to drastically fluctuate. So first, to kind of find out what your ideal weight is you want to find out your body fat. Now, that's really hard to do. It's a really complicated mathematical equation. But there are ways online, and I'm going to share with you guys a few links in the end of the video or in the more info when I go and edit this after. But you need a tape measure if you want to do this at home. Now, this is not going to be the most accurate way to do it, but it's going to be the most accessible and affordable way for you to do this. So you want to basically measure, I think there's different points. It's like around your waist, around your hips, your thighs, I think one's your arm, and you want to plug these in. It's going to tell you roughly what your body fat is. Now you want to use this number to kind of then go in and calculate how much weight you possibly could lose. For women, you do not want to be lower than 15%. 15% is actually what many of the figure competition models are. Men can get lower, men can get down to about 7 or 10%, but for women, it's really not healthy to have a body weight that is below 15%. You're not going to get your period. You're going to mess up with your hormones. And if you're at that low weight for a long period of time, potentially you're going to become infertile. So that being said, if I were to get down, if you guys saw the beginning of this video, if I were to get down to my goal weight, which was 120 back in college, I would be severely underweight. I would have had to lose either 10 pounds of muscle, or I would be underweight. I would have a really low body fat percentage to be 120. So that was the first time I really realized that was a terrible idea. I had my body fat done about 3 years ago, and I found that I have my ideal weight's probably like 130, and that's low. That's having like 15-17% body fat. So I shouldn't say that's my ideal weight. But having, as much muscle as I do to be that weight was unrealistic. And that is something that I see, that's rampant here on blogs and on YouTube. There are certain YouTube fitness personalities that have amazing bodies, and people want to look like them. But really what you have to look at is their body type. Do they have a similar body type to you? And if the answer is no, then, no matter how much you exercise, work out, you're not going to look like them. So really you have to look at someone that has kind of a similar body type to you. And then you want to find out, how much weight would I weigh if I had 15 to 20% body fat. So the only way you can calculate this is to find out your body fat. So that being said, at my happy healthy weight, I'm kind of on the high end of the BMI, and I hate the BMI index. If you guys hate the BMI index, go ahead and leave a comment. And so yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. At this weight, when I'm like at 130, I can have some drinks, I can have a cocktail or two, I can have dessert, and it doesn't, I don't gain weight. If I have cocktail and dessert every day for a month, I'm gonna gain weight. But when you're at this weight that I call your happy healthy weight, it's a place that you're comfortable in how you look and how your body feels. You're not craving carbs and sugar constantly. When I drop down to my lowest weight, sometimes for shoots and stuff like that, all I do is crave sugar and carbs. So it really, your body tells you what it needs. So if you're craving sugar, you might be sad, you might be lonely, or you might be really hungry and need some food. If you're craving salt, a lot of times, you need to be more hydrated, drink more water, have more foods with vitamin B in it. So your cravings definitely talk to you. And so, sorry, I just thought I had a comment. So for those of you guys that are watching right now, if you want to leave a comment, if you have a question, I'm going to go through and try to answer them as best that I can. I just kind of went through and talked about happy, healthy weight and being at that and finding a realistic goal weight. A lot of people on YouTube have unrealistic goals of what they want to be. The second question that I want to talk about, and I get this question on most of my fitness videos, is when will I see results? So if you read my blog, sarahfit.com, you probably don't have this question. If you just watch a video or two, you probably do have this question. So you'll see results pretty quickly if you eat a clean diet and you're exercising 30 to 60 minutes, 4 to 6 times a week. You're going to start to tone up. You're going to notice that you're losing fat. You're going to notice that your muscles are starting to change. They're going to get tighter, and you might see some definition if you don't have a lot of fat to lose. So really, though, it's going to take at least 2 weeks to see any sort of results from strength training. And those results are only going to be visible on areas of your body where you really don't have that much weight to lose. So for me, when I'm trying to tone up, the first place that I would lose weight is my stomach. So I can tell pretty quickly when I'm eating well, because my stomach is just a lot flatter. When I tend to indulge in the sugars and the alcohols, that's when my stomach, I gain weight first there. So in regards to when you're going to see results, I have this one video that's about skinny legs, and it's with leg circles, like featuring Pilates moves. And everybody asks, when am I going to see results? If you're doing Pilates and you're not doing cardio and that's all you're doing and you're not really looking at your diet, you're really not going to see results much. You're not going to see results hardly at all if you're not eating a clean diet. And when I say clean diet, I mean eating foods that don't have a lot of additives, or natural, things that you get around the perimeter of the grocery store, vegetables, lean protein, stuff like that. If you're just doing one 5-minute YouTube video that says, you're going to get skinny legs, these moves will give you leaner legs. If you're eating a healthy diet, if you're not, these moves aren't going to do much. So it's 80% diet, 20% exercise. If you just wanted to lose weight and you can't exercise, you can do that. You just have to really watch what you're eating. But the thing is, if you don't give a crap what you eat, no matter how much fitness you do, you're not going to see the results. So that's kind of the truth. So when it comes to seeing actual results, I would suggest giving it 30 to 60 minutes, 4 to 6 days a week. You need one day off. You need to give your body a rest. And if you're never sore the next day, that might be a sign that you're not working out hard enough. I'm not saying no pain, no gain. That's not true at all. But you do want to be a little sore. That shows you that you're actually working your muscles to their capacity and that you need to repair them. Another thing that's really beneficial is after you do a strength training workout, you want to get in some protein, some complex carbs within 20 minutes after you finish. That might mean that you have to bring like a little packet of shake mix with you to the gym. Just add that to a water bottle. If you if you eat 20 grams or 15 to 20 grams of protein within 20 minutes of working out, you're definitely going to see results quicker. I don't know why I just turned blue. Apparently the sun went down, so I'm sorry. And I'm just going to try to play. I'm still blue. Okay, so far no one has left any questions, which I'm kind of surprised about because you guys all left a lot of questions. Or is it the bottom? Wait. Nope, these aren't new. Nope. All right, never mind. Sorry, sidetracking. So again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them. I'm going to ask a question just to see if anybody's watching, because I can see that there's a bunch of people watching, and I'm surprised that there are no comments. But when you guys watch my videos, which are your favorites? Do you guys like the fitness ones, or do you like the talking ones where we do food and recipes and stuff like that? It's something that I'm really curious about what you guys enjoy, because I want to create videos that you guys like. And if you guys don't enjoy what I'm doing, then there's no point in me doing them. So I'm just checking one thing real quick. Again, if you guys are just joining here, this is the first time I've ever done an event, a live event. It's kind of fun. It's exciting, and I'm trying to figure out if the comments update. Oh, here are all the comments. I couldn't see any of them. All right, great. So now I can see them. Okay, so someone had a question about working out and eating. So you might notice that when you're working out a lot, you are more hungry. Now, what the heck? What's going on with this? Well, that's just natural. That's your body's way of saying, I need more calories because we're burning extra calories. Now, one thing to do is if you find that working out in the morning makes you hungrier throughout the day, try working out at night and seeing if that does something different for you. Something for me, when I used to do a lot of Tabata and cardio stuff, I felt the same way. And since I started doing Bar Method, I really don't feel that, even though I'm kind of burning the same amount of calories. It's really interesting. So you really have to find out what your body wants, what your body craves. But when it comes to being hungry and working out, you really want to be conscientious of how many calories you're actually consuming, because it's very easy to go and eat all those extra calories, or all the calories that you just burned. And so I hope that kind of answers. So one thing is, if you have like cravings, you want to try to satisfy them with high volume things, low calorie, which is why I kind of like the protein pancakes. Smoothies are great. Eat things that are filling and balanced. Hello from the Czech Republic. People like food and recipes. That's awesome, because I love doing them. Shay says she lost a lot of weight recently. Wow, 95 to 97 pounds. That's amazing. And you've gotten to your goal weight, but you have some loose skin and toning to do. Okay, so loose skin. This is a tricky one. Someone said they like the videos when I'm naked. I'm usually not naked. So when it comes to loose skin, when you lose a lot of weight, if you ever watch The Biggest Loser, you'll notice that in the beginning of the season, all the women wear sports bras, which I think is degrading, but whatever. The men actually are topless too. I think that's degrading as well. So they all wear their tops off. Now you'll notice that as they get down to much lower weight, they wear their tops. This is because of loose skin. When they get to the finals, they like wrap themselves in, they wear Spanx, and now I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure part of what The Biggest Loser will do for you is they'll actually get you tummy tuck or get surgery to remove some of that loose skin. So am I saying this is the only way to get rid of it? It's one of the few ways that I've heard that you can get rid of it. If you have a lot, like you said, you lost 95 to 100 pounds, again, congratulations, amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. Unfortunately, from my experience, surgery might be the only way to get rid of a lot of it. Other things, they do have creams and lotions. Spanx are a friend. This actually is not my area of expertise, because a lot of the clients that I work with are younger and they haven't necessarily lost that much. But I would definitely say to talk to a professional if you do have the money to do a surgery, because that might be the quickest and easiest, best way to get there. All right, so moving on. So Chloe asked, she also finds that she's hungry when she eats cleaner. Now that I find shocking. So I've never actually heard anyone say that. One thing I could suggest is that if you're trying to eat clean, you may not necessarily be getting it. You know what? I should say, I'm taking this back. So if you're trying to lose weight by eating clean, one thing I would say is to make sure that you have all the food groups. Make sure you have some protein, you have some carbs, you have some fat. You want to really round it out. If you're just eating like a piece of fruit, so yeah, fruit's very clean, but a lot of times that will spike your blood sugar levels. So you want to have some healthy fats with it, like a scoop of almond butter or almonds, a little Baby Bell cheese. You want to balance it out. Same thing with oatmeal. If it's just straight up oats, you want to add maybe some chia seeds or a little bit of protein powder. I'm a big believer in kind of the balancing. So if you're going to have something that has a lot of carbs, make sure you balance it out. Okay, next question. Is it possible that someone is genetically capable of getting a six-pack? Incapable of getting a six-pack? Okay, so when it comes to the six-pack, the models that you see like in the fitness competitions, they dramatically reduce the amount of water and carbs that they have before these competitions. That is to get rid of the water weight that's in between the muscle and the skin. That's going to allow your six-pack to really become more defined. So when you say incapable, no one's incapable of getting a six-pack. You have those muscles. But really, some people, you're just not going to see it just because your body's naturally going to hold on to that water retention, so it's not going to be as visible. If you really wanted a six-pack, go check out what bodybuilders do. But to be honest, a lot of those people do not have that six-pack for the duration. I shouldn't say for the duration. They only have that six-pack for the duration of the training for the competition that they're doing. Men, yes, you can because you can build up that bulky muscle. Women, I don't have any of my female clients doing those crazy crunches with weights because women don't want to build up bulk muscle. They want to create definition. So I have my clients doing a lot of planks, stuff like that. And a lot of different types of Pilates, you can build up a six-pack and you can feel it underneath. And if you go in and you follow some of those crazy diets that the bodybuilders do, you can find out a way to really get rid of that water where you can actually see the six-pack, but no one's genetically incapable of it. Someone asked that if you want to lose weight, you should eat more, healthy of course, and that by just eating so much less is actually bad as you will slow your metabolism and plateau faster. So yeah, I wouldn't say you want to eat that much more, but you definitely want to know, you don't want to eat below 1,200. And for people that I recommend 1,200 are pretty short. I eat about 1,600 calories a day. So when you say more, I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but yeah, when you drop down below 1,200, you definitely slow down your metabolism, especially if you do it for a prolonged period of time, and you're definitely going to start storing those extra calories as fat because your body thinks it's in starvation mode. But when I say more, you want to know what more is good for you. You want to definitely find out your BMI, how active you are. So, general rule of thumb for women, between 12 and 2,000 is usually pretty good. So I would go and you can check out what your BMR is, add in how much exercise you're doing, and that's about a good number to do. Someone asked, oh, have I ever tried this before? Should still exercise, but instead of cutting your food amount so much, cut it slowly, like week by week. I don't know what this question is, but I'm confused. But anyway, all right, so I'm going to continue on. So if you guys missed the beginning of the chat, I was talking about the happy, healthy weight, how to find a weight that your body's comfortable at, and having realistic expectations, promoting a positive body image. Because if you have this unattainable weight that you're always striving for, you're never going to feel positive about how your body looks and feels. And so I really think that all of you guys out there should know your body fat percentage so that you know what a realistic body weight is. And again, I definitely don't think you should go below 15% body fat. In fact, I think you should be, at a 17, 18, 20. If you want to be really lean, I go between, I'm probably about like a 17, 18. When I'm really lean for shoots, I'm like at a 15. But that's 129 pounds for me, and I'm 5'5". I'm 5'5". Everybody asks me that on videos. I'm 5'5". Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, that's that. Have I ever done one of the Body Rock workouts? Good question. No, I haven't. I'm a big supporter of Zuzana. I think she is a huge inspiration. She's a really strong woman. I'm not going to lie, but I can't watch the Body Rock workouts because I feel like they're awesome workouts, but I just don't like how they're shot. I feel like I'm being almost like dirty. I'm probably gonna regret saying this on live YouTube, but I think their workouts are amazing. I am not dissing their fitness at all because they're freaking intense. But I highly recommend, if you like those workouts, to check out Zuzka Light. It's Zuzana's new channel. She's amazing. I'm just not a fan of how the Body Rock videos are shot. I just think that they promote sex appeal, and of course I do workout videos once in a while in a sports bra, but I really don't think that, I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable when I watch them. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. One thing that I do want to share with you guys is next week I'm going out to California, and I'm going to be shooting a video with Cassie from Blogilates and the Tone It Up girls. We're probably going to be doing a live chat like this, and it's going to be next Wednesday. So if you guys are fans of all of our channels, we're all going to reunite and we're going to do a video together. It's really exciting. I haven't seen the girls in a while, so I'm pretty excited. All right, so I'm trying to see if we have any other questions. There's a lot of you guys watching now. I think you should be able to watch this video in full too after we finish. After I finish this, I have 8 more minutes. So if you missed me talking about the Happy Healthy Weight, or when you should expect to see results, you can go ahead and watch that video. And I'm hoping to do this live stream pretty regularly. I'm gonna try to keep up to date with, or I'm going to try to have the same time of day each week so you guys know when to tune in. And someone said, thank you, you agree about Body Rock. Thanks for being brave enough. I don't know if you'd call it brave, I'm being honest. But yeah, but I think their workouts are fabulous. I've been a big fan of theirs from the start, and then they started getting a little weird shot, and then I just think Zuzana's great, and I support her. I don't necessarily support Freddie. So how did I get into fitness? What are my credentials? I am certified by the ACSM, American College of Sports Medicine. And how did I get into it? I've always been an athlete. I've always loved fitness. I was a pretty competitive soccer player in high school, and I ran track pretty competitively. I got burned out. And when I got to college, I didn't want to. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have to work out on my own. What am I doing? So that's when I really got into health and fitness. I wanted to go to school to become a nutritionist, but instead I studied journalism because I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. And somehow I fell into YouTube and started working with amazing personal trainers here in Boston, got inspired, got certified. And yeah, so that's my credentials. And I'm also going to school with the Integrative Institute of Nutrition. The Institute of Integrated Nutrition to become a certified health coach. So I'm like obsessed with that now. I've been doing morning meditations and yoga. It's a lot of fun. And I'm learning about all the different diets. And what do I think about juice fasting or doing the Master Cleanse before a diet? I've never done the Master Cleanse, so I can't really talk about that. When it comes to juice fasting, I think that it's kind of a great way to kickstart a diet, to be honest. A lot of people say, isn't it really low calorie? Or I actually just shot a video yesterday on this, so next week that video should be up. So the juice cleanse, it's like 1,200 calories. Yeah, it's a lot of sugar, but I like it when someone can tell me, all right, this is what you're eating today, and this is all you can eat, and this is when you're going to eat it. That little bit of structure and just giving it to me allows me to really, go and just do it all. If I thought that I could, make my own meals as kind of a pre-start, I probably would do that, but I just don't trust myself. I always want like dessert, and so at least like the juices are sweet. When I did it for 3 days, on the 4th day when I woke up and I could eat what I wanted, I only wanted to eat healthy food, and all I craved was vegan foods. It was really bizarre. That's how much body fat do I have? How do I get it checked? Currently, I don't know exactly how much body fat I have. I think I said this earlier, but I've gotten it checked over the past 4 years, and I've always been between 15 and 19. I'm a little bit lower than the 19, so I'm probably gonna say I'm like at a 16 or a 17. I don't know for a fact. I get it checked at my gym with the trainer that I used to work with. We're buddies. I don't train with him anymore, but he goes and he checks my body fat once in a while. Live stream all the time. Yeah. My opinion on Zumba. I'm not a big dancer. Lauren Hefez, I've done a few videos with her. She's got great Zumba videos. She's amazing. I was never a dancer growing up. I'm not a good dancer. But when I have done it, I've had fun. I think that it's a great low impact cardio workout. So if you're doing a lot of strength training and you want to do cardio and you hate running or you hate the elliptical, I think Zumba's a great option for you. I just am not crazy about the Latin music, to be honest. So I like the more dancey ones that are not Latin music. And then I guess it's not Zumba, but yeah, I think the Zumba's great for a low impact cardio workout. It's not my thing. You're not going to see any videos on here, mainly because of the music issue, but yeah. How long does it take to get certified? Thinking of doing it in the UK. I don't know about the UK. For me, it took about 6 months. I took a course. I'm sorry. How long does it take to get certified to be a fitness professional? I took a course, like it was like a weekend intensive. It was like, 8 hours, 2 days. And that was just to study. And then you have to go and study this book on your own. You get like kind of a study guide. So I studied for 6 months. I took the test. I passed it. I started working at a gym, but I didn't work with clients right away. I decided to shadow different trainers. I did this also while I was studying. So if you have any friends that are trainers, ask to shadow them, see what they do with different clients. I did the ACSM. NASM is really good as well. NASM, ACSM, and there's another one that's really good that I would recommend. I can't think of what it is right now. NSC something. Sorry. I look unprofessional that I don't know that, but yeah. How do I stop my bad food cravings? I do like little detoxes, like if I do a juice cleanse, or I'll do something where I drink a lot of water, don't do any sugar. Getting rid of bad food cravings is a challenge for me, and that's why I tried the juice cleanse to see if that would make it a little bit easier, and it kind of did. Although the third day was really bad because I was just hungry and I just wanted to eat food. It wasn't even that I wanted bad food, I just wanted food. So then when I could finally eat again, I did crave good, healthy foods. But yeah, I think 2 days might be enough to kind of get rid of the bad food cravings. But I would just say drink a lot of green tea, really get sugar out of your diet, even if it's fruit that's causing those cravings. How can I motivate to train more? I believe you create habits in 10 days. So if you don't want to work out, try doing it for 10 days in a row. See if that kind of gets your body to crave exercise. The main thing is to find something that you love. I recently fell in love with these bar workouts, and so I've been training less intensely, but I've been going more often, like training more with a purpose. Whereas I used to wake up and be like, I'm just gonna go for a 30-minute run today. And when I go to the bar method, I really have these classes that are structured and I really love it. And whereas before I would get kind of burned out, I would say, I don't wanna do this anymore. So you really have to find something that you love to get motivated. Sign up for a race. I'm training for a triathlon the end of June. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be swimming and biking, and this is a brand new challenge for me. So I guess for me, I like to push myself and try new things. 2 years ago, it was yoga I was obsessed with. Then I really fell into running and I did a half marathon. Now I love bar, and now I'm going to be doing this triathlon training. So really you have to find something that you love. People love CrossFit. Not my thing, but some people love it. And this is going to be one of the last questions. I'm going to refresh my comments one more time. But what is my favorite bad food? Oh, it's a good question. My favorite bad food would probably be baked goods. I love homemade baked goods like cupcakes and stuff like that. I know they're not good for you, and whenever I do a video like this and I admit that I love cupcakes and cookies from like a bakery, I always get these people commenting like, oh, if you didn't eat those, you'd be like 10 pounds thinner. And it's like, you know what? I'm cool with looking the way that I look, eating the foods that I love. I don't have a cupcake every day, but when they're available at like a party, I'll have one. Who doesn't? How many times a week do I work out? Sorry, I'm going to answer these last ones. How many times a day do I work out? How long do I work out whenever I go? And you love my videos. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I work out like 5 to 6 days a week. Granted, this is my job, but when I work out, I only work out like an hour at max. So like I said earlier, I've been doing the bar method a lot. So I burn like 330 to 450 calories a day. So you can achieve that in a half hour. The bar method class just happens to be an hour long, so that's why I work out for that long. A lot of times I'll run there, so it's like a mile there, and I'll walk home. And I try one day a week to go running or do yoga and give myself a break from that. That's right now. My workout schedule changes all the time. If you read my blog, sarahfit.com, you can see previous months. I go through phases of what I love. I'm going to start to train for my triathlon, so it's going to change a lot. My opinion about the raw food diet. If I ever get cancer, I'm totally going to go on the raw food diet, the vegan raw food diet. Studies are crazy about what it can do to kind of cure diseases, but it's not realistic for me to do a raw food diet. It's expensive. You know, you can't go out to eat with your friends for the most part if you're going to follow it. I like meat. I don't need meat. I could be a vegetarian. I could be a vegan for that matter. It's just when I go out to a restaurant, I want to order a good meal. I don't want to have to order some dinky vegetarian option that the chef didn't want to put on the menu but has to. And I don't mean that all vegetarian dishes are dinky. I don't mean that at all. But, you know, at a lot of restaurants, they really don't cater to vegetarians. And so when I'm at home, I do try to eat pretty vegetarian. But when I go out, I eat meat. But in regards to the raw food diet, I think that unless you know exactly what you're doing, you're going to miss out on a lot of nutrients and vitamins, and so it's kind of dangerous to do, to be honest. But if you know what you're doing, then you have you have a great diet. But yeah, I can't do it. And one last one that I'm going to answer: how do I manage stress? I find that the more stressful I get with school, I lose my motivation to go to the gym and always crave junk food. That's a really good question. Everybody manages their stress differently. Honestly, I manage my stress by like going for a run. And I think that's why I've chosen the profession that I have, is that fitness clears my head. But I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I manage my stress with food. I use food as kind of my medicine. And I know that's terrible to say. But, you know, sometimes if I'm having a really bad day and I really want to eat something and use food as a source for comfort, I just try to eat better options. You know, if you want a frozen yogurt, make your own with, you know, frozen bananas and go and add your toppings, you know. And so I think that's a big thing why I try to do the volume eating. And, you know, I don't always eat perfectly, but when you do want to sometimes, you know, manage your stress with food, I don't think it's necessarily always bad. I don't think it should become a habit, but sometimes that food is going to make you feel better. And so if that's what it is, when it becomes a habit and you're doing it all the time, that's when you need to really pay attention to how you're using food, and are you using it as a cover-up for a deeper problem. But yeah, so when I manage stress, I work out, you know, get a massage, go in the steam room, take a bath. I make lists as well. Stress lists are amazing, and throughout the day, just keep checking that list. Someone eats Subway. What are healthier choices you can make when you're there? All right, this I promise is the last question. I keep saying that, and then I answer them all. So I'm not the biggest fan of Subway. Watch Subway contact me tomorrow and ask me to do something. Their meat kind of weirds me out, and their bread isn't that great. I like Panera. Panera has a great menu. They have a hidden menu. If you don't know about it, Google it. It's amazing. I also wrote about it on my blog. If you're at Subway, I think they have salads, don't they? I mean, honestly, Subway's not the worst thing ever. Get a 6-inch sub. I get the turkey with all the fixins. I like with pickles and peppers and olives, and I get the honey mustard. It's delicious. I like it. And, you know, do the best that you can. I think they have some soups. I don't know Subway's menu offhand. But yeah, so anyway, so thank you everybody who is watching now. I'm going to try to do this again pretty weekly. Right now, I'm going to keep my Friday at 11 o'clock date. So, oh, next Friday I'm going to be in LA. I don't know if that's going to be possible. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going for fun, and I'm going to shoot some videos with my friends. So yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me. If you have any video recommendations for the future, leave them down below on my Facebook. If you ever have a question for me, best way to reach me is Twitter. I changed my Twitter handle to Sarah Dussault. It's spelled like Dussault. And my Facebook page too, Sarah Fit Fan. Those are the best ways to reach me because I respond pretty quickly. And yeah, so thanks so much. And if I missed your question, I apologize. This is the first time I've done a live broadcast, and I keep trying to refresh the questions. And oh, here's some of them coming. You know what? I'll answer this last one. Sorry, I keep doing this. Clara asks if I ever binge, and how should I go back to normal after a binge? Now, I think everybody's definition of a binge is different, but do I ever, sometimes trail mix is my killer. So sometimes, I won't measure out how much I'm having, and then I'll notice and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I had like half of the bag. So I think that's probably like an issue of portion control with something that I really like. But yeah, I do sometimes. And sometimes maybe that's what your body wants. Your body is miraculous in that if you eat an extra 600 calories once in a while, it's going to go ahead and burn it off, and it's not going to store it. You're going to be okay. It's when you do it on a regular basis that you're really going to run into trouble. But yeah. So I'm being honest, but yeah, so thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.